Drivers, to your cars.
Alright, folks, this is going to be race number 2, the second qualifying race here at Bristol. Just to let you know, we did have quite of a controversy last race. We had a caution flag that came out early on, and what happened was that there was a mistake made by some of the drivers. Pit road apparently was open when the cars that were late getting back to the caution, the pits came open. They thought they could go ahead and pit, which they could have, but the problem was the pace car ended up passing them, and that trapped them to the tail end of the field, because obviously they can't pass the pace car. So that was what the controversy was last race, if y'all remember what happened there, which put a lot of guys behind the 8 ball there and caused a wacky turn of events in that first qualifying race. Hopefully we won't have something like that again in the second one, but you never know. Now on to this second race, which again 175 laps, and we'll take breaks off and on here throughout the race. And as you can see on the pole in the number 48 Crumpy Donut Toyota is Matt Toms, and another Toyota on the outside, Jace McMillan, with a good start. Some other notables, you have Ben Shade there starting in the 4th spot. Nick Watt, the rookie, in the new Dollar Tree Dodge. He'll start from the 7th position here. Again, a couple of the Buicks up near the front. You see Mr. Kimball in the white Buick. You see the 02, the black Buick, and then the blue Buick of Miles Bennett Dyson. So those fellows up near the front. Last race winner's Nathaniel Hampt is starting in 13th in this qualifying race. Crystal Diamond making her debut. Hopefully she starts 15th. Going down through the list, there's Keith Merrick, you see, one of the promising stars of the series, starting in 19th. Austin Summers, the second man in the point standings. He starts 21st. And it's interesting with these qualifying speeds. The qualifying was a little bit slower than it was in the first qualifying race. A lot of guys was not able to break the 16-second bracket in this one. That's because the temperature actually has skyrocketed here for this race. It was 72 in the first race, 79 in this one. So there you can see the rest of the field all the way back there to a couple folks that's going to need to really have a good effort today. The 64 Diana Robinson, Peg Toms, Rocky Balboa Jr., a couple of those cars in the back there. It's going to have to race their way in. Going to have tough luck starting in the back, but it can be done. Just ask Mr. Bison. He made the race and he started back in 26th, so it can be done. Just less than a minute here from the start. We'll get the gentlemen start your engines, and we'll get these cars rolling off here, and we'll start this second race. Good start there for James Manuel there in the 24. He'll start in 3rd position, so he's got a good starting position. We'll go ahead and go down trackside here. First race, we only had one caution. We had one incident in that first race. But again, it ended up being a controversial caution because many cars ended up being trapped behind the pace car. Set up quite a different version of events. The cars that were dominant early on ended up in the back, so these guys up front, you know, got to keep that track position, but also got to be wary of what's going on out there, or else they could be out to lunch.
Drivers, start your engines.
There's the command. We'll get them fired up here. A lot of guys up near the front here are going to need a good run. Oh, wow, Jason McMillan kind of jumped the start there. I hope he don't get penalized for that. Now he lets the 48 go ahead and take the lead. Just so he doesn't, I don't think we can penalize him for that now since he gave up the position. This is an interesting group, especially with the Tom team. 4 of their cars are in this race. Only Scott was in the first race, and Scott barely just made the field. Matt is just driving away right now already, early in this run. Which is just early, just a few laps. The tires warmed up a little bit. James Manuel running in second. Aaron Katie up to third. McMillan has dropped back to fourth. Toyota, Chevy, Dodge, Toyota, then Dodge. Dollar Tree Dodge. Nick Watt is a new sponsor. Have to give him a good run this weekend. Rick Toms up to the 6th spot. Monica Fry running in 7th. See, Nathaniel Hampton's moved up nicely, starting early and he's already up to 8th. Shane has dropped all the way back to 9th. Bristol Diamond has moved into the top 10 already in the CWO Buick. Good job for that team already off to a good start. America Stretcher, 11th. Miles Bennett Dyson trying to make his first race of the season. It's been a tough one. Now in 12th, Austin Summers in 13th, 14th, Rod Combs. Needs a good run here. Anna Robinson up to 14th. This is a team just like the 00 from Monaco. This team here has been in contention. This team has made some critical strategy errors. It's taken them out of the running. John Kimball there, he's running at 15th. Actually 16th, I'm sorry. And there's the transfer man right now. That is Mr. Toby Foster, who's going to need to race his way in. So the backrunners have moved up quite considerably. There's Rocky Balboa starting dead last, and he's almost in the transfer spot now. Under pressure from Peg Com, 38. Peg's going to take the spot. Not quite yet. Get a little. Now Dave Berger's going to go to the inside. He's going to get by as well. Up to the outside, you're going to go to the back of the road. There's battle going on now. Nick Watt under pressure. Ben Shade. Battle from 7th position. Fry going to come up and try to challenge? Not this time. Have to get back in line. Well, it's still the Matt Tom show so far. Approaching 20 laps already. Kind of spread out at this moment as you go back through the field a little bit. A couple guys just making some passes in the back of the field. There's the man with no name. He's stuck on the outside now as Jared Barnhart gets moved. Captain Brewster there right behind the yellow vehicle. Battling for the life right now because already Matt Toms is not that far behind these guys. There's Shadow in car 92. He's the last car right now. There's Matt Toms right there. You see him in the picture. These guys going to have to get their motor going. Look back through the field again, see if we see any close battles going on. There comes Shadow underneath the man with no name. There's Mr. Toms, and he's right there, so already running into lap traffic early in this one. Apparently the higher temperatures causing these cars not to handle it well. Question is, will this throw off the 48's rhythm a little bit now that he has caught this lap traffic? Looks like he's caught them. It doesn't look like he can't do anything to pass with them right now. Trying to find some grip at the top part of the racetrack. Further on back here, James Aaron there are closing in a little bit on him. Now the lap cars are pulling them back away a little bit. Top five pretty much staying the same. There's last week's winner. The last race winners, last race winner, I should say. Mr. Hamp, there he is running in the top five. There's Bristol. And Shane has moved himself back up pretty nicely. There's Nick Watt. Now Crystal Diamond has moved into the 8th spot, car 99. Made quite a move up through the field here. Rick Toms is stuck on the outside. And he finally gets back in line, but he's dropped all the way outside the top 10. Now in 11th position. Toms and Diana Robinson battling. That is for the 16th position, 16th, 17th position. Now that'll settle down. Joe Betts struggling a little bit. There's Pete Barrett. Big surprise that both the 20 and the 47 teams are struggling here at Bristol. Again, it is their rookie season, so not going to be perfect in every track. Now Jared Barnhart's going to make a move. Leader, who is still stuck behind this lap traffic. Not been able to get around the two black cars in front of him. Still able to hold his advantage. 1.64 second advantage over second place James Manuel, so maybe these guys are just kind of putting it on cruise control for the moment. Clean and green so far. And no sooner or later Matt's patience is going to start wearing thin here. He's going to have to use the bumper or get around some of these cars, because sooner or later those cars behind him are going to start to catch up to him. Getting close here. Almost 50 laps complete. Capcom still showing the way here at Bristol. We'll be right back to continue on here in this second qualifying race.